Hi guys, welcome again to another episode of Cheeka. I have with me the great Krishnamachari Srikanth, a former Indian captain and a former chairman of Selected. I'm Aniruda Srikanth. Welcome dear viewers to the show again. Today we're going to talk about the most imminent subject that is going to happen to us very soon, and that is the IPL. We cannot talk too much about the IPL without taking the two most successful teams in the IPL, and that is CSK and Mumbai Indians.
I agree with you completely, Ani. I tell you what, it's been one of the greatest rivalries, you can say. I mean, you can call it across, cricket, whether you call it countries-wise. You've spoken about, people talk about India-Pakistan rivalry, people talk about the Ashes rivalry. But don't forget this, Mumbai Indians and CSK rivalry, Chennai Super Kings rivalry is, from an Indian's point of view, from the Indian viewer's point of view, it's one of the biggest rivalries I've ever seen.
Definitely. I mean, when you look at it, I always look at this analogy and that I say that, it's like a Manchester United versus Liverpool rivalry. I mean, but when you first came and I was part of the CSK team and the IPL first started, and you were also, I think you were a brand ambassador for CSK. Did you actually imagine that this rivalry would take a turn like this?
See, honestly, I tell you what, dear viewers, frankly, I have seen so many matches as a chairman, as a player, as just a past cricketer. Frankly, when you go to the ground and watch a Mumbai Indians and a CSK match, man, that is something awesome. I tell you very honestly, it's very difficult to explain it. You just have to experience it. I mean, I've been a part of CSK, as you said rightly, in the past, chairman of the selectors, I've been to the matches. And this rivalry is unimaginable. If the match is happening in Chennai, you will only see CSK. If the match is happening in Mumbai, it's only Mumbai.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I remember the time when I was playing, I'll tell you something. The Mumbai crowd is a hostile crowd, but it's good. That is the type of crowd you need to have. It should be your pro-based city team, and it was a cauldron. And anytime you stepped into the field, you knew you were going to get something from the crowd. And if you weren't up to your mark, it can actually weigh down on you.
Yes, you said it right. I mean, don't forget, why did the rivalry start? Let's start. How did it all begin? 2008. I mean, two of the superstars, Sachin Tendulkar, god of cricket, captaining Mumbai Indians. Then MS Dhoni,
the rising star,
captaining CSK.
Yeah.
That's where it all started. So the actual rivalry started from there. And from there, it's been built up brilliantly. Now we have a Dhoni, a Raina, Dwayne Bravo, everybody Faf. What kind of thing?
Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma. On that side, you have Rohit Sharma. You have Jasprit Bumrah now. So you have multiple players who've come now. Some people have gone, some people are retired, some people have, past the IPL times. Now new players are coming. And the fact is, every match, imagine, there are so many matches which is won just on the last ball.
Yeah.
Even the 2019 IPL,
the finals is...
They won it just the last ball.
Yeah. Maliga had a fantastic over. Yeah. I mean, the thing that surprised me the most is, there was obviously the break with CSK for a couple of years, and, we didn't know exactly where CSK would come back into the mix of things and how everything would be. But the first match that they played against Mumbai Indians was a nail-biter, and the rivalry ticked off again.
You said it right. The opening match of the IPL, from no-win situation, thanks to Dwayne Bravo. I'll never forget. I think that time I was doing my commentary in the Star Sports. I think 4 overs, 60 runs or something that required. And on one side, the wickets are falling. This man stood up, and I'll never forget the sixer hit over top. That was tung six, tack six, moving to the leg side, hitting over the covers for sixes, massive sixes, and just bringing the victory in the last ball again. That was the match, I think one of the greatest matches in IPL I've ever seen.
Well, from my side of view, I'll never forget the 2010 final, because we were playing in Mumbai, and Sachin was having a fantastic season. He'd probably won everything in the game that he had to win. Only the IPL was still yet to be in his locker. And we went back to the final after the first year. We had the experience of playing in the final. We'd lost the final against Rajasthan. And it was a fantastic atmosphere to be in, because I can tell you something. Inside that ground, there was about 95% Mumbai Indian supporters, and there was only 5% CSK supporters. Obviously, because we were playing in Mumbai. But that match... Actually, if you personally ask me, that match was the one that ticked off that entire rivalry that just said, okay, after that it was like, no matter where we are, no matter what we do, we have to beat them. It was that attitude.
I think you said it very right. I think what Ani says is very right. Dear viewers, don't forget, that was a match which was a trigger point for the real rivalry between Mumbai Indians and CSK. Because there are the finals. And the finals being hosted by Mumbai Indians in Mumbai. And what is the stadium? That's a new stadium.
It was the D.Y. Patil Stadium.
D.Y. Patil Stadium. And that's when it all started. From then on, you have to give it to Mumbai Indians. I mean, those guys also built up a brilliant side.
Yeah.
You have to give it to them.
I mean,
the way they built up side after they brought in Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
I mean, they realized that Sachin was towards the end of his career, so they brought in Rohit Sharma. Then Rohit Sharma has been one of the greatest performers in IPL throughout, right from 2008 up to 2019.
Going to your point, replacing a guy like Sachin Tendulkar is impossible. Let's be honest. I mean, nobody, no
That's
matter.
God of cricket. How could, excuse me, can you replace God of cricket?
Exactly. So, but you have to give credit to Mumbai Indians. Knowing that, Sachin is not going to play forever, they bought in a guy like Rohit Sharma, who is a Mumbai boy, who got him in to be the face of the franchisee, to take the franchisee forward, and the way he's led the team has been unbelievable. We all go on about, we know how great MS Dhoni as a captain is and how successful he is as a captain. But 4 championships with Mumbai Indians, we have to give credit to Rohit Sharma too.
Definitely, yes. I think Rohit has been the key factor. I mean, then they had the Rohit Sharma, then Lasith Malinga. Then I think they got this guy called Bumrah. Don't forget, Bumrah is also a great turning point for what you call Mumbai Indians. I mean, but hats off to Chennai Super Kings. They just went with the, I would say, totally only experience in 2018. And they won the cup. Imagine, 2 years out, coming back with people just had written them off, completely written them off before the tournament started. Then winning the cup in 2018 was amazing. So, both the teams have been going very close. It's been a close fight, if you see. Yes, 4 times Mumbai Indians, 3 times Chennai Super Kings. But then, the rivalry is something amazing.
Yeah, so, I mean, from a cricketing standpoint of view, I want to know what you feel about this. If you look at the times that Chennai has met Mumbai in the finals, I think we've met them 4 times, and Chennai, I think, has lost 3 times. But the path, the journey to the finals has always been an easier path for Chennai. We were way more dominant in the playoffs, in the group stages. But that final hurdle, I don't want to say that we are chokers because we won it 3 times. But if you only take this rivalry as such in the finals, 3-1 is not an ideal, scenario.
The reason for that is, I think, in my opinion, is the bowling of Chennai. They didn't have a guy like, see, what happened in Mumbai was there was a superb transition from Sachin Tendulkar to Rohit Sharma. Then there was a superb transition between Lasith Malinga to Bumrah. Unfortunately for Chennai, there's not been a good transition as far as the bowling is concerned. Even now, if you see this year, 2020 IPL, the team also is going to be a very old and inexperienced team. Yes, it's going to be an experienced team. I mean, nobody knows. I mean, CSK can create surprises out of anything. They can make history anywhere. So I'm not going to write off anybody. But that's where I think Mumbai has done a good job of building up a side for the future.
I completely agree with that point that you just said about that bowling transition. Because I remember when we won it the first 2 times, when we were back-to-back champions, we had a guy called Dougie Bollinger. All right, we had Muralidharan in the first year and R. Ashwin in the second year. But that fast bowling unit was led by Dougie Bollinger, who was having a fantastic 2 IPLs, let us say, 1.5. He came in the mid of 2010.
Correct.
He was there for 2011. And after that, if you see, Chennai has never really had that one strong foreign fast bowling unit.
You said it very
Mumbai Indians have always had Lasith Malinga. They've always had a Mitchell Johnson also who's come in and done well. And now they have Jasprit Bumrah, probably the best bowler in the world in T20s. So they've always had that. But Chennai is more relied on their all-rounders like an Albie Morkel or a Dwayne Bravo or even MS Dhoni's amazing leadership skills. They've gone in with that combination. But Mumbai has relied on this bowling unit. Even Harbhajan Singh for Mumbai Indians, who's done a terrific job for Mumbai Indians.
You said very right. I forgot to mention Harbhajan Singh. I mean, those days they had Harbhajan Singh as the main spinner. Now, the same Harbhajan Singh is playing for CSK. Now, Harbhajan Singh is over the ladder. He'll not accept it. I mean, he's retired. I mean, 2020 IPL, if you take, most of the CSK cricketers are all retired cricketers. Whereas Mumbai is going to have current cricketers. Now, we'll have to see how the fight is going to be between retired experienced cricketers versus current cricketers in Mumbai Indians. That's going to be a very, very fantastic experience 2020.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot here now. Okay, so
I've been on the spot so many times, my dear friend.
No, it's just a fun thing that I thought we should get it on the show. Your 5 top players that you would immediately pick all time all time. I'm not talking about right now.
Okay. You're talking
Between
about right
CSK and Mumbai Indians.
Okay, you're talking from 2008 to say 2020.
Exactly. The
All
5
time.
players that you would always want in your team.
I mean, both sides together?
Both sides together. Only 5.
Only 5. MS Dhoni captain, Rohit Sharma,
MS Dhoni captain over Rohit Sharma.
then I'll have Bumrah, okay? I'll have Suresh Raina, and then I'll have Harbhajan Singh as my spinner.
I would have gone in with Lasith Malinga as the 5th one. That is the only change I would have made. I agree with the rest.
Instead of Harbhajan Singh.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you're forgetting something. I have a Bumrah who's as good as Lasith Malinga, or sometimes better.
He won you the match last
You're
year.
talking about consistently.
Consistently.
I don't agree with this point at all. Excuse me, I'm talking from a selector's point of view. Are the choices?
Hey, yes, exactly. From the selector's point of
You
view.
need a spinner.
But what Lasith Malinga did the first 10 years, you cannot put that aside. He was unbelievable. He was
But Harbhajan
unplayable.
has done something brilliant. Who was the guy who did it in the middle overs? Lasith Malinga will be the first over.
Every time Mumbai Indians needed a wicket, they would go to Lasith Malinga. Lasith Malinga was the man.
I'm talking about top 5 across all periods. Don't forget, Harbhajan Singh is performed even last year, dear viewers. You got to understand that.
Lasith Malinga won the final for them.
I don't know. I think it's a big debate whether it's Lasith Malinga, Harbhajan Singh. Because I'm saying the reason
come
is because
on.
I have already. I have a Bumrah.
I think you're being Indian biased.
No, I already have Bumrah with me. So I need a good spinner. I mean, I'm talking about last.
See, here's the thing. I'm just saying these 5 players who have made a terrific impact.
No, I won't agree with you. Okay, fine. You keep your point of view. I'll keep my point of view. Let the viewers decide.
Yes, viewers. Please subscribe to our channel, Cheeka. And if you have a point on this, please put it up on the comment section. If you want us to do anything else also, please put it up on the comment section. And thank you for another exciting show of Cheeka.